What's up? It's Nyke Nitti, artist, producer, entrepreneur, filmmaker.
It's Nyke Nitti on the slap, tell 'em.
My producer tag is Nyke Nitti on the slap, tell 'em. It's basically telling them who's making the beat. It's Nyke Nitti, that's me. On the slap, that's the beat. And tell 'em is like something I would say in my rap. Before I started my rap, I would say tell 'em. I've been producing off and on for about 20 years. At first it was just a hobby because I had got a keyboard and it was just something to do in my spare time. But the more that I played with it, the better that I got at it, and then it started turning a hobby to something that I wanted to do all the time. First beat that I ever made was on my first album. It was the album called The Hit List. I did A Million and One Ways.
Got time for that nickel and dime. I got to grind like Noriega and keep my mind focused on stacking.
We Clown Those.
We clown those.
Friday the 15th. So I did a couple things on that Hit List album. One of the first groups that I actually produced was A-Town Click. Julox, Lil Rip. They had a whole clan. There was probably about 12 or more of them guys. But I produced about half of that album along with this guy named Peasel. And the A-Town Click, My High Bomb. Back in 97, 98, 99, I produced real hard for a lot of artists like Interstate Ike, Julox. Produced some stuff for Young Doe also too. But I was producing for a lot of different cats. I produced some stuff for my boy Dez, rest in peace. But I was just producing for a lot of people around the town. And then my little brother, Mo Heat, he started learning how to work the equipment. I kind of showed him how to program, and he began to become my producer, and that's where it went off from there. We're here in my studio, and as you can see, I have original material. Like ASR10 was one of the first keyboards, well, the second keyboard that I bought. Nowadays, I'm more into just MIDI boards and VSTs because it's a lot cheaper, a lot more sounds, and it's just easier to handle. My favorite equipment right now is Reasons program. I use that a lot with Omnisphere. Omnisphere is one of my go-to mods for VSTs. My sound is more of a West Coast sound. It's I would say more of an old school 90s West Coast sound. Bay Area, Sacramento. That's my sound. Just growing up, that's what I used to listen to back in the day. Me coming up as a youth. Most of the stuff that I liked was coming from the West Coast. I listened to East Coast music also, but most of the stuff that I really liked came from the West Coast. I'm a student of Earl Stevens. So Earl was the first person that said the word slap. That stuck with me, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, growing up under that's that funk, that's that mob shit. That's what slap is. That's what I do. So I don't sound like nobody else right now. As you can see, I can make a beat in about 10 minutes, but if it's gonna be a quality beat, that's what counts. So I can make about 3 or 4 beats within an hour, and whichever sounds the best, I'll keep. I like to be to myself to produce some records, and having a multitude of records to give to the artist so they can have something to pick from. I like to hone in into what I'm doing, and then just have the artist come by and just listen to some beats and pick out some stuff. I want to get the beat where it needs to be. Sometimes it's cool to have that inspiration from the rappers in the room, but for right now, for me, I need to be on my own. The benefit with working with me is to get a different sound than what's out there right now. If you want to have some type of originality, definitely we can work together and make something happen. That's the new project that's coming out. It's Nyke Nitti on the slap. Tell them that's the name of the project. It's Str8 Chekn production that I produced all the songs. It got about 25 songs from a bunch of different artists on it. This is definitely something different. I stepped out the box. I am straight producing on this project, so I rap on maybe 1 or 2 songs, but everything else is all me. I mixed it and produced it. I didn't master it, but I pretty much did it all by myself. Some great music, man. Some of the best music I've made.